The all-new Ford Focus ST comes into a very crowded hot hatch market. You got the Volkswagen GTI that started it all back in the day, and the Mazda Speed 3, just to name a few. So, how does the Ford Focus ST stack up? Let's find out. Well, I think it definitely looks the part. It's sporty, but not over the top. Sure, it's got a rear roof spoiler, but nothing too flashy. The snowflake alloy wheels remind me of Alfa Romeos. I also like the aggressive wheel arches. The aggressive dual exhaust placement in the center also looks pretty cool. Overall, I think Ford's design team pulled it off. Definitely sporty, but definitely not over the top either. Like the outside, the interior is also fresh and new. There's no question that the heavily bolstered body-colored Recaro seats will hold you in when cornering. There's also no question that you're in the ST. The armrest / console storage is pretty deep, plus you get 2 USB connections and regular RCA plugs too, plus an SD card. Very nice. Moving forward, you've got just one charger unfortunately, but you do get 2 cup holders. The My Ford Touch system lets you choose between your phone, entertainment, navigation, and climate. You simply touch it, or of course you can use voice control, and there you go. Basically, it takes a little getting used to, but once you do, it's easy to use. And another great thing about the system is that you can also save your settings to USB. That way, if you own more than one Ford, then you can carry your settings to another car. Nice. The HD Sony radio also sounds great too. Your dual zone climate control can also be controlled down here. The ST is definitely a serious sports car. You get a 6-speed manual, and you also get pedals that are very well placed for heel and towing. You also get gauges for oil temperature and oil pressure, plus a turbo boost gauge. You get power windows and door locks, plus of course keyless entry and push button start. The steering wheel has a nice shape to it, and it features the ST logo right there. On the steering wheel you can control these menus up front. You've got clear gauges right in front of you, big tachometer too. You can also control your phone and of course the cruise control too. Overall, I think the interior is very ergonomically successful, plus it's also aesthetically pleasing too. The body-colored seating theme is carried over to the back where you can easily fit 3 people. You also get an extra charger for the back seat passengers. There's a surprisingly large trunk back here, and that's a good thing for a hot hatch. And of course, folding the seats down gives you a lot more room. Power from the turbocharged 2-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder is rated at 252 horsepower at 5,200 RPM and produces 270 pound-feet of torque at a very low 2,500 RPM. Mated to a 6-speed manual, the torquey engine scoots to 60 in just 5.9 seconds on the way to a quarter mile of just 14.5 seconds. Fuel economy is rated at 23 miles per gallon in the city and 32 miles per gallon on the highway. You can expect 26 miles per gallon overall. So the Ford Focus ST starts out at $23,700. You might want to add your My Ford Touch, that's $2,505. The navigation, $795. And with destination, you're out the door at $27,675. Now, that's not very much money. Why? Well, because Mazda Speed 3 and also Volkswagen Golf GTI cost more. And guess what? This one is also faster overall to 60 and faster overall in general. So in this very, very competitive class of hot hatches, being the fastest is definitely the best. Duh, winning. And I think that's especially impressive because the Ford here is made in America. And I think we all know the problems that the American car industry has had with the economic bailout and all those things of the past few years. And so for Ford to come out here with this all-new Focus and be on top of the class, I think it's very impressive and makes you proud to be an American too. Of course, there are many differences in comparing the Volkswagen GTI and the Mazda Speed 3, all of which I've tested. Take a look for those tests elsewhere. But, you know, the German Volkswagen GTI definitely brings a level of refinement in the handling. It definitely handles very well, exceptionally well for a front-drive sports car, and it's also very quick too. And the Mazda, well, that one brings good technology too, and that sort of zoom feeling of the Mazda, a little bit of Miata in that, of course. And what's that mean? Well, it shifts nicely, and it feels good in the turns. But you know, the Focus delivers all that too, and it does it in a package that costs less and that's also faster. So that's pretty impressive. You got three really great cars stacked up together, and the Ford comes out as not only the fastest, but also the cheapest. It's very reassuring when you have a cruise control that's extremely accurate. 69, 70. No tickets when you know exactly how fast you're going. The night look is interesting on the Focus here. I think I like it. Listen to the snarl of that exhaust. A little turbo whine. This Focus ST really creates all the right sounds. It's got the right exhaust note, and it's got the speed to back it up too. Surprisingly fast. Anywhere, even low down in the RPM band. The clutch effort is very light, and the shift throws are pretty snicky, not too long at all. Good stuff. Ford's engineers definitely did their research on this one, and it shows. Now, this is a serious sport hot hatch, but you don't have to suffer. You get a lot of luxury items too. Of course, you can hook up USB, hook up your smarter iPhone. You also get navigation, Sirius satellite radio, HD radio, cruise control, push button start, you name it, it's got it. So you're not suffering. Of course, the ride is going to be a little stiffer. Those Recaro seats hold you in tight, but this is a serious hot hatch, so you got to expect a stiff, firm suspension. So summarizing the Ford Focus ST here, well, it is a great handling hot hatch, and that's the most important thing, because that's what it's all about. It's got that turbocharged engine, it makes all the right sounds, and it handles exactly the way you think it should in the turns, and that's extremely important. Next in importance, of course, is the fact that it is more affordable than the Mazda Speed 3 and also the Volkswagen Golf GTI. So price, that's very important. And of course, speed, well, it's the fastest in a straight line, and I think it would be the fastest through the turns too. So kudos to Ford there. And of course, it's not just a hot hatch, it's a hatchback. I think it looks cool. They borrow some styling from Alfa Romeo, I think, with the snowflake alloy wheels, and to me they look really cool. I like its understated looks. There is a wing, but it's not over the top, and I like that. So it's a fast car, and most importantly, it's not just a hot hatch, but it's a hatchback. And being a hatchback, you can throw 5 people in it, and you can get lots of groceries, haul lots of stuff, whatever you need to do with it, and pretty easy to park too, because it's not a huge car either. So all around, the Focus ST is a great car, whether you want to be on a back road tearing it up or just going about your daily business. What more can you ask for? Duh, winning. I'm driving Ivan Katz.